Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Let me tell you something. It doesn't get old watching Joey Aguilar lead the band down there in the swamp after a victory, ending a streak that lasted 22 years. 22 years of losing on the road to the Gators. That is over, and Joey Aguilar was a big part of that. Joey Aguilar has fallen in love with Tennessee, and I think it is safe to say that Tennessee has also fallen in love with Joey Aguilar. And now the question is Joey Aguilar returning to Tennessee for 2026? Is Joey Aguilar going to be granted an extra year of eligibility? And this is a conversation that's been had for the last several weeks. Also, some people out there speculation that Joey is definitely coming back. For me, I've been saying all along, I don't know. I got to see something from Joey that indicates to me that he wants to come back. He was asked about it a few weeks ago prior to the New Mexico State game, and he said, I really just want to check out my options at the next level. He specifically said at the next level. He did not mention returning. He did not mention challenging the NCAA rules against JUCO years of eligibility. And then Friday, I made a video talking about this because this shows me step number one towards Joey Aguilar wanting to come back to Tennessee. You can see the tweet on the screen. Joey Aguilar has joined Diego Pavia's lawsuit against the NCAA's JUCO rule. So what does this mean? And again, if you missed the video on Friday, we'll kind of recap it real quick and then jump into this thing. Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia's attorney has filed an amended complaint against the NCAA's JUCO rule. FOS Sports' Amanda Kristovich reported Tennessee quarterback Joey Aguilar is also added to the lawsuit as one of the new plaintiffs. The expectation was multiple new plaintiffs would be added to the suit. FOS previously reported. Pavia has previously said he is not seeking another year of eligibility, but adding plaintiffs would allow them to benefit from a potential rule change. So Joey Aguilar adding his name to this list indicates to me that he does have some interest in returning to Tennessee in 2026. Again, 3 weeks ago, he was asked about it. All he talked about was the next level. He was also asked specifically about this after the Florida game. What was his response? We're going to talk about that in just a second. But, man, you hear Joey's story. We all have heard it. We all love it, right? Started his career at Diablo Valley Community College, played 2 years there, played 2 seasons at App State, threw for almost 7,000 yards, 56 touchdowns, set the single-season records for passing yards and touchdowns, thrown for 200 or more yards in 35 games as a starting quarterback. So can he return in 2026? And again, it all is going to come down to whether or not the courts feel that JUCO years should count towards your eligibility. And that in itself is opening up an entirely different can of worms. That is a different conversation. Personally, I think that the JUCO years should count. I think it should count as part of your eligibility. And part of that, right, I love the Joey Aguilar story because of that, right? Unranked, coming out of high school, 0 offers coming out of high school, but he goes the JUCO route. He goes and plays JUCO ball, gets an opportunity at App State, goes and proves himself, goes to UCLA for spring camp. We know what happened there. He ends up at Tennessee for the 2025 season. And this entire year, this entire part of Joey's story is all because of the original Diego Pavia lawsuit, right, where he gets a waiver, and the NCAA granted that waiver across all of college football for 1 season. 1 season, the 25-26 academic year, but the 2025 college football season. That's why we are seeing Miles Kitselman also got his opportunity this year. So that's why Joey is playing. But what about 2026? If the courts pass this, then Joey played 2 years at App State, 1 year at Tennessee. That opens the door for his return to Tennessee in 2026. We're going to go take a listen to what Joey Aguilar said when he was asked about that when he met with the media after the Florida game. But before we do that, I need you guys to do me a favor. Smash the thumbs up below the video. Quick, free, easy, helps the channel. I would appreciate it. If it's your first time here, welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. We're not experts, insiders. We're not media. What we are is exactly what you guys are. For the fans, by the fans. If you like it, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. By the way, if you're unaware, we go live immediately following every game. A post-game show, live interactive as soon as the clock hits 0. So come check that out. We got shows Tuesday nights at 6:30, Wednesday night at 7, Friday morning at 10 a.m. all kinds of fun stuff. Make sure you're subscribed and dialed in here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. We appreciate you guys and the way you support this channel. But let's talk about Joey Aguilar. And again, he was asked a few weeks ago prior to the New Mexico State game, he was asked about having, what would it be like to have more than 1 year at Tennessee, right? All this speculation, all the media, all people like us, YouTube channels, fans speculating on whether or not Joey even has an extra year. Would he use that extra year? Does he want to come back? Joey's response was that he's blessed for the 1 year that he had at Tennessee, and he's grateful to be at Tennessee for this season. He said, I'm thankful, took advantage of the opportunity. They followed it up and said, with eligibility being fluid, any thought on plans for next year? He said, I'm going to try to see where I can go at the next level. If something happens, then something happens. And again, I even made a video at that time talking about it, because still at that time, Joey Aguilar, there was no indication that he was taking a step towards coming back to Tennessee in 2026. There was nothing that he had said, that he had done, that he had shown. But now joining that lawsuit as a plaintiff, joining the Diego Pavia lawsuit as a plaintiff, that is step number one for Joey Aguilar. That shows me that Joey Aguilar does have some interest in returning to Tennessee for 2026. Now, his response a few weeks ago, again, I want to check, see where I can go at the next level. I think that is priority number one. Can Joey Aguilar be drafted? Joe Milton was. Who would you rather have running your football team, Joey Aguilar or Joe Milton? Joe Milton was drafted. Can Joey Aguilar be drafted? Could he be an undrafted free agent? Could he get an opportunity at a practice squad? Because I think if Joey Aguilar returns to Tennessee in 2026, again, he loves Tennessee. Guess what? Tennessee loves him. He would have huge opportunities in NIL to make a little bit of money playing another year at the University of Tennessee. So now we fast forward. Tennessee goes down and drains the swamp, meeting with the media afterwards. Here's what the media of the member has to say. It's hard to hear, so I want to lay it out for you. He says, we asked you a couple of weeks ago about your plans for next season. Now you are a part of the Diego Pavia lawsuit about maybe getting an extra year. Any comments on that? Let's take a listen to what Joey Aguilar said, but I want you to watch his face. Watch his reaction when the media member mentions joining the Diego Pavia lawsuit for an extra year of eligibility.
We asked you a couple weeks ago about your plans for next season. You mentioned you were part of the lawsuit with Diego Pavia about maybe
Joey Aguilar lights up like a Christmas tree when he's asked about joining the Diego Pavia lawsuit, talks about an extra year of eligibility. Now, Joey Aguilar is going to try to play a little poker here. He's going to try to play his cards close to the vest. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
No, I still got the same answer. I'm just going to finish out this year and see what happens.
Still got the same answer. Going to finish out this year and see what happens. I think Josh Heupel has taught Joey Aguilar how to play maybe a little coach speak there, maybe playing a little poker, not going to really comment. He wants to finish out this year, man. And that is what it is. I respect that. I understand that. But, again, Joey Aguilar putting his name on that lawsuit, that is step number one for me. That shows me that Joey Aguilar is definitely interested in coming back for 2026. And I talked about that with Kaner this morning. If Joey Aguilar returns to Tennessee, Tennessee is going to be all over the preseason list. All the hype is going to be there, making a run at a college football playoff, an SEC championship, a national championship. That's right, I said it. Joey Aguilar is going to be all over the Heisman watch. Mike Matthews, Braylon Staley, they're going to be all over the Biletnikoff watch. Look, nobody expected this offense to be as successful in 2025 as it has been. You're currently leading the conference in scoring offense. You're leading the conference in passing offense, second in the conference in total offense. Joey Aguilar has been a blessing in disguise. When Nico hit the portal, we thought we were about to hit rock bottom all over again. Meanwhile, Joey Aguilar comes in and leads this offense, and you're returning a ton of weapons. And again, you got to retain your roster. That is a huge part of college football in 2025 is roster retention. But you have the opportunity to return 4 out of your 5 starters on the offensive line. Braylon Staley is back. Mike Matthews is back. You've got Travis Smith and Rad Jackson, a couple of young wide receivers. You got a crop of wide receivers coming in that class of 26 that are super talented. Ethan Davis showed us in the swamp. He has really been starting to come along, but he showed us in that Florida game his athleticism. He showed us his hands. He showed us that he could be another weapon in this offense. Tennessee running backs. Deshaun Bishop going to be back. Peyton Lewis, going to be back. Dwan Morris got an opportunity in the swamp, going to be back. Tennessee has a ton of weapons on offense. You got to go fill some holes on defense, but you got a lot of young players on this football team. And I think the key piece is at the quarterback position. The more this thing starts to trend towards the end of the year, the more I start to think we could see Joey Aguilar back at Tennessee in 2026. What are your thoughts? Jump in the comment section. Let's talk about it. As always, smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. It helps the channel out, but appreciate it. You can also support by hitting the join button down below. It's right down there beside subscribe. It's only $1 a month to become a member of this channel and help keep the lights on. We would appreciate that. You can go check out our merchandise at bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. We also have a Patreon account if you want to show support. You want to be a part of our game day chats. You want to be a part of our EA Sports College Football Patreon Dynasty. All the links are in the description below. But that is going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name's Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.